Chào mọi người, Thiện đây. Mình đã chơi xong Baldur's Gate 3 theo góc nhìn của Origin Character Wyll rồi. Nhưng gần đây Larian mới ra patch mới thêm Epilogue cho các Companion, nên mình quay trở lại để xem đáng ra mình sẽ có những Epilogue nào gấp lại chương cuối câu chuyện này cho hoàn chỉnh. Lần trước mình đã phản bội Emperor, cứu hoàng tử Orpheus, rồi hy sinh bản thân biến thành Mind Flayer để hoàng tử Orpheus không phải làm như vậy. Chúng ta đã trải qua rất nhiều combat để đối mặt được với Elder Brain và cuối cùng đánh bại nó. Chúng ta đã khuyến khích Lae'zel trở về với hoàng tử Orpheus, giải phóng chủng tộc cô ấy khỏi Blackgift. Bản thân Wyll sau khi biến thành Mind Flayer đã suy nghĩ về việc tự kết liễu bản thân, nhưng rồi quyết định sống tiếp để tiếp tục cống hiến cho thế giới này.
You have earned the right to live. Your fate will be what you make of it.
Chúng ta thuyết phục Gale không theo đuổi vương miện Karlach nữa, không chạy theo những quyền lực xa vời.
A wise suggestion.
Astarion không theo chân Khazad-dûr trở thành Ascended Vampire, nên sau khi triệt hạ Elder Brain, anh ấy đã mất khả năng đứng dưới mặt trời.
I have to go.
Và Karlach
Thanks to you, there will be no illithid empire, no death god's tyranny.
It still pains me every time that Karlach scene.
You have earned your place amongst the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors of Baldur's Gate. Since the Netherbrain fell, you have continued to evolve. Thought is action, action is thought, speech is difficult. Your mind has voyaged to the limits of existence, communing with entities unique and wondrous. But something always calls it back to Faerun, back to yourself, back to the beginning. The time before you became what you are. When your tadpole first sang in your mind, you are back there once again when a voice comes to you. Withers, who you know so well. It is time, he says, to meet with your allies once again. You dream of them often, and now you will see if your dreams have become their reality.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
Đoạn này mình được đi explore. Damn, that's nice.
Now
It's good to meet again.
I know well indeed.
Wow.
I must be careful to not overindulge tonight, lest I lose control and slip into bear form.
Oh no. Alright. Let's see. Không được long rest à? Alright.
Well, hello.
Well now, you can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to. Your higher form has brought with it some higher manners then.
Cũng nhớ bà.
How nice to be understood again. I have spent the past months bickering with builders and bankers. all to restore the city exactly as it was. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers, same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon, same cisterns overflowing. Huh.
Đó là nhà của chúng ta. Nó sẽ không thay đổi gì cả.
Baldurians simply get on with it. Stubbornness, civic spirit, plain stupidity. Perhaps all three. But nothing I will sniff at any longer. LARPers have come from half the world over to lend aid. Farmers, masons, healers. My own son, Jord, has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing. Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming Fist. Temporarily, you understand. To organize the craftsmen. Though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing aid funds. They might learn a thing or two if they don't expel her. Again.
Bà này... Nhưng trong cái playthrough này mình chưa explore lore của bà này nhiều. Thấy trên mạng bảo là có thể đến được nhà bà này ở Baldur's Gate. Well and good. Còn bà thế nào? Dạo này bà làm gì?
There is still much to do. People to house. A Harper network to rebuild. I may have little love for this city, but so long as my family chooses to serve it, I can do no less.
Land my tentacle. Tôi sẽ nói với bố tôi xem là Flaming Fist có giúp được gì thêm không.
Thank you, Wyll. My own daughter is in the Fist. I would not have encouraged her to join if I did not believe in the Raven Guard's legacy. But tomorrow's problems may wait there for the moment. The city will trundle on without aid for just one night. Be well, cub. We will speak again.
Come!
But first, I must inspect the refreshments. You'll never know. Some ne'er-do-well might have tampered with the wine.
Heading out.
Volo!
Ah, my dear friend, it's been an age, has it not? You're looking, well... Skeletal friend.
Wow.
Very pleased to see I found my way here, despite my invitation getting lost in the post.
Ông lại tìm rắc rối phải không?
Always, my friend. But the villain I must needs slay today is my greatest yet. A deadline. You won't be surprised to find I'm soon to publish a little holiday read about our adventures together. I've gotten quite good at replicating your signature, so you needn't even bother with the release form. You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me. What do you think?
Ông có thể làm tốt hơn phải không? Những cái gì đấy như là cây kiếm tiền tuyến, lưỡi gươm tiền phong, Ghost Whisperer, Fiend Slayer, tất cả các title của tôi đâu rồi?
Oh, terribly sorry, but you mistake me, my friend. I'm only accepting complimentary feedback at this time. Perhaps, once the manuscript is finished, you'd even be willing to write a foreword? Or better yet, I'll write a draft and you can just sign your name. Better still, I'll sign it for you. Hmm? Ah, your success really has been wonderful for my reputation. But you mustn't let me hog your attention all night, my friend. You've many friends to chat to, and I'd love to listen in.
It's actually kind of annoying.
Your friend was near. Boo! We are not dreaming. It is our old friend.
Bây giờ mình mới nhận ra tất cả chữ này nghiêng tại vì mình nói bằng tâm trí chứ không phải nói lời. Chuyện gì xảy ra với anh vậy? Trông anh thật là tệ.
Boo suggested a hello is more traditional. You will forgive the aroma, I hope. We were not expecting the Dusty One to open a portal to our very cell. Boo had a moment to lick himself clean, but there is a little too much of Minsk to cover.
Trong ngục, tại sao?
Minsk and Boo have been helping, of course. We guard the streets, while Jaheira is occupied with harperish matters. The Zentarum rule the city's underbelly, so Minsk and Boo went to give them a tickle. There were harsh words, battle cries, some manner of head wound. We awoke in a Zentish cell, awaiting trial by noble combat. Execution, says Boo, though I am not sure of the difference. It is a long walk to the gallows, and Minsk still has his fists, no?
Bà tay công lý. Nghe có vẻ như Wizard cứu cậu đúng lúc đấy.
In ample time indeed. So long as the Bone Mage returns us to our cell by dawn, Boo would not be late to the bloodshed.
Oh my god.
But leave such matters for the morn. Tonight is for celebration and the telling of tales. How have you filled your days since we tore the sticky tyrant from the sky?
Không còn tadpole nữa. Tôi đã tìm và diệt quái vật. Cây kiếm tiền tuyệt.
Minsk shares in your mission, friend. You pursue fiends from outside the city's walls, and Minsk will rout them from within. There is much merriment to be made before the night is done. Go and greet the others. Minsk shall make himself presentable. This pond shall do nicely, Boo, though I see no soap. So you shall have to blow the bubbles for me.
All this stimulating conversation leaves you hungry.
Wow.
To speak is not enough. You wish to explore the brain of your friend with your beak. There are cruel rumors spread that Minsk may once have suffered injury to his brain. You could set the slander right at last. Tell the world every bite was perfect.
Resist? Bro. Hình như mình không còn inspiration nữa. Oh man. Resist.
This is highly illogical. There are plenty of other craniums awaiting your suction. And this is a prize ally. And besides, this brain before you, its endorphins are in a joyous flow. It is a wonderful scent. The odor of friendship.
Mind Flayer ảnh hưởng nhiều phết nhỉ. Oh well, hold on.
So you made it! Now it really is a party.
Đây là cái trại đầu tiên. Nice. Astarion.
Well, look who decided to turn up. I wasn't sure our withered old friend could live up to his promise. But here we are. At least I assume it's you in there. It's a little hard to tell. How have you been since, everything?
Everything? How's it? How's it? Nó không dễ dàng lắm.
No, I imagine not. I am sorry. I wish things had worked out differently for you, but... Well, no use dwelling on it, is there?
Mình muốn hỏi Astarion về ông nhớ mặt trời không? But that may be a little insensitive. Anh đang chạy khỏi mặt trời, chuyện gì xảy ra?
Exactly what I feared. Without the protection of our little friends, I was just an ordinary spawn again, burning in the sun. I fled the dock and found refuge in the shadows until night fell. I'm sorry I didn't seek you out that night. I felt ashamed. Like I'd lost everything just as you claimed your victory. I didn't want you to see me like that. But time lent perspective. It wasn't your victory, it was ours.
Yeah.
And for all I'd lost, I'd gained so much more. I had freedom, strength, a whole new life. And it was time to live it. I've taken a turn as an adventurer and hero.
Hero.
Turns out no one actually cares about murder, as long as you murder the right people. And apparently I'm rather good at it.
Yeah, làm anh hùng chỉ là giết đúng người thôi. Vẫn là giết cả. Astarion, một người tốt. Ai có thể nghĩ chứ.
Let's not get carried away, darling. I'm still me. Perhaps more me than I've ever been.
Ông trông khá là vui. Chắc là ông đã không uống máu không?
No, this is all me. I swear. Don't get me wrong. I was a mess at first. Every day I yearned for the sun and mourned my curse to live in the shadows. But in time, I realized that darkness is as much a part of me as my fangs. This is only a curse as long as I refuse to embrace the shadows. So, I decided I would. I decided not to be defined by the choices other people made, by what other people did to me. My past may be done, but my present, my future, they're mine.
Thật sự mừng cho
This is
Astarion.
who I am, in all my glory,
Đã
for
chấp nhận
better
bản thân ông ấy.
and for worse.
Ok, how's it? Bình tĩnh. Tôi đang nói chuyện gì không ạ? Acceptance looks good on you.
That being said, I haven't completely given up on returning to the sun. If the opportunity presented itself, well, I wouldn't say no. But until then, I am.
Hy vọng là ông không theo lối giống như Kazuto.
From the moment I first threatened you, I knew you were someone special. Someone to take on the world with. I will miss our time together. But then again, maybe this isn't goodbye. So much as it's, see you later, darling.
Ok, Howson. Ông muốn nói gì nào?
You made it! Now the revelry can truly begin. You would think someone of my vintage would be inured to the passage of time. Yet these past 6 months have seemed endless without your company. But now our paths cross once more.
Mình guess. Đúng như thiên nhiên đã định.
Just as I hoped they would, more like. The Oak Father has been kind to me this past while. Yet I cannot forget the bond we all forged together. It is one that can weather any distance, any passage of time. I know it can, for I feel the longing for old friends in my heart each day.
These are good, but this... Tương lai là của chúng ta mà.
You are right, of course. I am accustomed to dwelling on the past, even when it brought me nothing but unhappiness. You changed that, and gave me the most precious of memories. Now the task is to make yet more of them, so that each reunion shall be all the sweeter. And who's to say we need to make such gatherings a rare occasion? My hearth is yours to warm yourself beside always. Now, we have much to catch up on. Do not allow me to ramble on. I am eager to hear all you've been doing.
Yes, let's talk about me. Nói với tôi đi nào. Ông nói trước nào.
In that case, very well.
Đã giúp những ai rồi?
Our community grows rapidly. In 6 months, we have turned what was once a shadowy wasteland into a true home for all. In another 6 months, I would wager the scars of the past will be entirely invisible, even to those who remember them. The old masonry of Moonrise Towers and Wraithwin have been repurposed into new homes, and the land is rich with harvests and bountiful trees. Nature and civilization are in harmony, stronger together.
Tôi nhớ là ông có vài người để chăm sóc. 9 phải không? 9 wagons of them. Oh, okay.
My greatest purpose and greatest reward. Those children have been through more than fate had any right to cast at them, and yet they go on as resilient as anything in nature.
Đây là ai nhỉ?
I impart what knowledge I can to them, yet, in truth,
there.
They teach me far more. The land we saved is theirs, and they will cherish it, I'm sure. Nathaniel and Oliver shall never want for friends again.
Tôi muốn quay lại vùng đất Shadowland. Xem thế nào rồi.
You are welcome whenever you like, and for however long you please. Now, please, tell me all, and spare no details. I shall not lie. I have an ulterior motive in wishing to hear all. It is the children, you see, my charges. Their appetite for bedtime tales is greater than I could ever have anticipated. Another story, Daddy Housen. Another
Daddy Housen?
the chorus that greets me each nightfall. They have all but exhausted my repertoire in but a few short months. No mean feat given the lifetime I have lived. I desperately need new material, please. My reputation is at stake.
Alright. Kể chuyện nào.
I am all ears, though I never cared for that phrase. A rather unsettling image.
Spice thêm tí nhỉ. Lấy một tờ giấy từ sách của vua lâu. Oh boy.
You are truly incapable of disappointing. The children shall be wrapped, and have no fear. All due credit shall be given to the tale's originator. Now, it would be cruel of me to hoard you all to myself for the evening, as much as I would like to. I shall leave you to the others for now, unless there was anything else.
Vậy còn Growth nào, ông có biết không?
On occasion, but I prefer not to interfere. Francesca of the High Forest is Archdruid now, and by all accounts, she has proven to be a steady and wise influence. Even Korga may yet find true balance, thanks to her influence.
Nathaniel và Oliver thế nào?
Quite often. They come and go as they please, but with so many playmates to avail of, they are far from strangers. They ask after you often. What you did for them will never be forgotten. I can see it in the land all around me. But more importantly, I see it in their faces whenever they visit. To make a child smile is to dabble with the power of gods as far as I'm concerned.
Ông có vẻ settle down. Tư tưởng đấy không phải là thứ mà ông thường làm.
As did I, but somehow I feel like I no longer need to roam. That I have found something worthy laying roots for. Amazing what can be discovered about oneself, even at a ripe old age.
Vẫn đi lòng vòng với hình dạng con gấu, right?
I spend half my days in ursine form. The children demand it. I had a score of them taking turns riding upon my back just days ago. I'm glad they are so comfortable with the Oak Father's creations. But they must learn that Not all are as amiable as I am. A lesson for another time, though. They deserve some joy. As for roaming, that impulse has dwindled, I must admit. Perhaps because I have found where I am meant to be.
Right. Ah, what the hell? Huck?
I was just thinking the very same. Your
Hey,
embrace
it was a
makes me
friendly
feel
hug.
safer than any armor could. Before you go,
Cảm ơn ông.
I have something for you. Just a little keepsake, really. Do you remember how I told you I like to whittle? I made this. Ducks are my favorite, but I thought they were particularly fitting in this case. They are migratory birds, of course, traveling far and wide with the turn of the seasons. Yet, they always find their way back to where they belong. Just like old friends find themselves back in each other's company.
Đẹp phết. Does it do anything? It's lovely. Rất đẹp, cảm ơn ông.
Just a token to remember me by. Now, I've taken up enough of your time. Go on. Enjoy the festivities. We can speak again later.
Whittled duck. Oh,
This seems pretty red, but no, not even close.
Devil Crusher. Hot pants. Hot pants. Oh my god. The hell?
Perhaps the bard knows
Duck.
some of my favorites. Unless my taste in music is too antique, of course.
What's up?
Old friend. For 2 months, Orpheus trained me in the ways of the comet. For 2 more, I skewered Kithraki bellies. And for 2 more yet, I traveled through Limbo. But to see your face, it brings me even more pleasure than taking a Royal Inquisitor's head.
Arcana? Ok. Well, rõ ràng đây là projection của cô ấy rồi, không phải thật. Là công cuộc lật đổ Vlakiv đang sắp đến hồi kết.
We've spilled blood, gained a foothold in the astral, but still we need allies. And one beyond reckoning has made itself known. Zerith Minyaragith.
Serif? Who? Là cái gì?
Not a what, but a who. The immortal god king of the Githzerai. An
Githzerai?
excellent people. Once kin with mine, until the madness of civil war ripped our one sky into 2. Our Gish sent word of the rebellion to Minyaragith through the cosmos. He's agreed to parley. It's fallen to me to secure an alliance.
Githzerai là cũng chủng tộc Gith mà bị chia rẽ với Githyanki. Ở trong Elite Colony dưới Moonrise Tower cũng có cái đoạn mình có thể tìm được lore của Githzerai, một cái não để nói chuyện với mình. Lae'zel? Diplomatic?
I was as surprised as anyone when Orpheus spoke the order. My blade is keen as ever, but it was you who showed me that a proper victory doesn't always require a razor-sharp edge. Sometimes, a sincere plea is more persuasive than a dagger against the neck. Minyaragith is an ascetic. He reached out in good faith. This is his way. It is in this spirit that I must meet him. And if he refuses, I carry on. Gravity pulls me in but one direction. I am a warrior of the comet. I will not rest until I burn Vlaakith's bones to ash and smash her phylactery to pieces. My people will be free. But you've heard that refrain before. Zealous, bossy, insistent. All part and parcel of my undeniable charm.
Yes. Tiếc là cô không thể ở đây cùng với bọn tôi ngay lúc này. Nhưng rõ ràng là cô có nhiệm vụ để làm. Có lúc nào tôi có thể gặp lại được cô in person không? Gặp mặt.
When the comet has risen, when the Lich Queen has crumbled to dust. I miss this place. More to the point, I missed you. I'll be back one day. The Overgod himself couldn't keep me away.
Tôi mong được gặp lại cô.
There you are.
Gale. And dress him? Oh, đây là con mèo. Wait, có cánh. Hold up, mình có potion animal speaking không? Không. Hết đồ rồi. Em.
Oh, right.
Oh, nói được.
Hello.
Psst, 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 psst. Tara.
Yes, I'm certain it is. As for you, well, I've heard congratulations are in order. You helped Mr. Dekarios save Baldur's Gate from the Absolute, isn't that right? And you made significant sacrifices to your well-being by the looks of things.
Có sự mất mát, sự hy sinh. Mà tôi cũng mừng với kết quả chúng đã đạt được.
Yes, I'm sure you are. You ought to come visit myself and Gale when you're able. If you can extract yourself from whatever responsibilities mind flayers might have.
Lúc nào thì tôi sẽ qua. Cảm ơn vì đã
Send
mời.
word by pigeon when we've need of you. I used to have a taste for them, but a great many things have changed in recent months. Ta-ta, darling.
Cái con mèo này nói chuyện kind of remind me of Mizora.
Well, well. Look what the Tressim dragged in.
Oh, không còn cái orb trong người nữa rồi.
Professor
Không còn cái tattoo.
Gale Dekarios of Blackstaff Academy.
Professor.
Educator of the esteemed School
Blackstaff.
of Illusion.
Oh.
Pleasure to remake your acquaintance.
School of Illusion? Thôi nào. Bro. Từ từ. Mình cho Gale là... Mình là... Để Gale là Evocation mà. Ok, phải. Theo lore thì Gale là Illusion à. Tôi thấy là Mishra đã không... dẫm lên đâu.
She did not. I'm delighted to report. I surrendered the crown of Karsus to her, as I told you I would. And in return, she cured me of the orb at last. Even now, I struggle to put the feelings into words. It was like exhaling for the first time after holding my breath for so very long. Of course, I haven't clarified with my students that the orb is no longer a threat. The legend of my explosive capabilities is an excellent means of controlling a classroom. Too good, if anything. And most of my time
Làm bài đi, không có tao nổ ấy.
fun the study of magic can be. But it'd be easier to crack a smile on an intellect devourer than some of my pupils.
Go on then. Nói với tôi tại sao Illusion Magic xịn đến vậy?
Illusory magic has the power to confound the senses, to render the impossible into reality, and to allow expression of that most magical attribute of all: imagination. Had you the decades to spare, I think you'd prove quite adept at it, as you did in that first lesson I taught you. It was at that moment, the weave connecting us, that I realized how much your friendship had come to mean to me. as it still does. You were, of course, indulging me in submitting to such a lesson. Teaching you was hardly an effort at all. Not like my present cohort of apprentices. Oh, they try their best, of course, when they can manage to stay awake.
The cheek of them! Nothing a well-placed swipe from Tara can't fix, though.
And what of you? What are you making of this newfound lease of life we earned?
Tôi có một chút kiểm soát về cái hình dạng mới này. Tôi có thể làm được một số thứ
Living life
hơn
to
bình
the
thường.
full, even as an illithid. Inspirational stuff. I've told my students plenty of tales about our escapades. You're something of a hero to them, you know? I'll be delighted to introduce you to my current cohort as a guest lecturer, perhaps. I'm sure they'd have plenty of questions.
Co-DM, yeah. Tôi cảm thấy mình kiểm soát được cái bản chất Mind Flayer của mình rồi thì vẫn sẽ về với tính cách cũ, là có một phần nào đấy thích khoe khoang, thích được người khác hâm mộ. So yeah, of course.
Never fear. My students are as open-minded and generous a bunch as you'll find north of the Chionthar. And I'll remind them of their manners. Of course, you'll be most welcome to stay with me in my tower. My apologies, Tara. That would be our tower.
Đấy có phải là bạn gái hay là mẹ ông không? Hay là bà?
On your adventures. I'm very curious to know what you've been up to these past months. But I suspect the telling of that tale would keep you tied to me all evening. So, in the spirit of selflessness, I encourage you to mix and mingle for now, with time enough to come.
Yeah. Let's 3 people down. Ta còn Shadowheart và Karlach. Where? Oh, gone Shadowheart. Damn it.
There you are. Keeping us all on tenterhooks so you could make a dramatic entrance, is it? Starting to wonder if you'd show up.
Shadowheart is it? Of course. Mọi người làm sao mà có thể cách xa tôi được? Vậy sẽ làm gì?
You can say that with a straight face after all the times I had to come to your aid. Come here, will you? It's been forever. You feel a little more substantial than before. Less camping and scrounging off the land, I take.
Substantial. Cô bảo tôi đầy đặn hơn hả? Tôi sẽ nói cho cô biết, não là nguồn thức ăn cực kỳ ít béo.
Filled out and healthy is what I was going for. Don't tell me you miss living off whatever scraps we found in crates and barrels. I'm glad you seem well. Truly.
Feelings mutual. Tôi mừng thấy cô. Trong cái playthrough này thì Wyll với Shadowheart khá là roller coaster nhỉ. Lúc đầu gần như là romance Shadowheart, xong rồi vì một quyết định in character, vì Shadowheart đang dằn vặt tìm hiểu bản thân mình, nên là Wyll quyết định để cô ấy khoảng cách để cô ấy thời gian. Và trong lúc đấy cũng đã muốn theo đuổi Karlach nữa. Nhưng chúng ta đều biết cái đấy dẫn đến đâu. Feelings mutual.
I had no doubt. But I'm glad to hear you say it all the same.
Kể với tôi cô đã làm gì trong thời gian vừa rồi.
Wandering, mostly. The adventuring
Wandering.
life is almost a tonic when you're not constantly threatened by brain monsters and cultists. I can finally see the world beyond the cloister.
Có đi nhặt One Night Orchid không? Come on now. Theo ô. Cô đến đâu? Thấy gì?
One of my first stops was the House of the Moon in Waterdeep. It's the largest temple of Selûne in existence. It seemed like the perfect spot to reflect on my parents, on where they came from. And where I came from too, I suppose.
Right.
Hard to imagine, isn't it? Me, of all people, in the lair of the Moon Witch herself. God, your truest act of heroism was putting up with all that char and drivel I was spouting for so long.
Lo của Shadowheart là hình như từng ở Waterdeep trước đây. Tại vì bà Viconia có nói bà ấy sau khi nhận Shadowheart đã giết hết cả hội Shar ở Waterdeep để đến Baldur's Gate. Từ đầu là Shadowheart ở Waterdeep. Waterdeep, cô gặp Gale không?
We had tea on his balcony. Tara even deigned to sit on my lap for a while. You know, I think entire forests must have been felled to quench that man's thirst for books. He seems to be doing well. In his element.
Cô còn làm gì nữa không?
Well, I've had run-ins with my former fellow Sharans on a couple of occasions. Word seems to have spread of what happened at the cloister. Now other chapters of Shar worshippers see me as a prime target to offer up to their lady as a sacrifice. Don't worry. I know their tired old tricks better than anyone. They'll need more than a hooded cloak and poison blade to best me. Especially when I have a friend on the inside keeping me abreast of their predictable little plans.
Cái người bạn đó hả? Nocturne?
None other. The matter of her faith and allegiances remains complicated, let's say. But she is still my oldest friend. I have hopes that perhaps she might turn from Shar entirely given time. But that's a decision she will have to make for herself. If that day comes, I'll be ready.
Chắc cô cũng tò mò tôi làm gì trong thời gian vừa rồi.
Must I? You presume a great deal. I'm joking. Of course I want to know. Tell me all.
Oh yeah, để tôi kể cho cô một câu chuyện nào, ngồi xuống. Charisma 24 của tôi.
Do you ever rest? Think of all those poor, budding adventurers looking to make a name for themselves. Take some time off and give them a chance, why don't you? Hopefully these meetups will become a regular occurrence. It's not that I miss the tadpoles, but at least it brought us together. Now we've got to make the extra effort ourselves.
Vâng, tôi sẽ cố.
I'm sure we will, but let's be proactive about it all the same. We're more than capable. After all, we've faced down bigger threats than wrangling together a few social calendars.
Dungeons and Dragons, Schedule and Conflict. Pow.
Don't be a stranger.
Có một cái khá buồn là cho đến cái đoạn mà nói chuyện với Gale vừa nãy, mình vẫn còn tưởng tượng là gặp Shadowheart rồi gặp Karlach. Damn. Oh.
Something strange in your old friend's mouth.
Nó có thể là cái gì? Oh, lần sau này nói được à? Scratch, cá biệt, bối. Đến đây đâu?
A familiar invitation. He wants you to throw the object he's dropped.
Wow.
But it isn't a ball. It's the astral prism.
Nó là quả bóng. Mày tìm thấy cái này đâu vậy?
He whines. Let's talk. More throw.
Tao mừng là Wizard đã nhớ mời mày đến.
Scratch barks merrily in something like agreement.
Yeah. Mình cần cái potion animal speak. Cá mè, cá mè, cá mè. Oh. Look. À, nè. Đâu rồi. Scratch. Ủa? Mang lại đây nào?
Withers has a keen eye for a
A
nice
familiar sight. Scratch can't quite speak around the thing he has in his mouth.
Ok, nói với hết mọi người rồi, giờ sao nhỉ? Nói với Wizard à? Baldur's Gate, Mouth Gazette. Absolute Emergency đã kết thúc. This last elected role. Sewer. Astarion. Devil's Fee. Good still. Charles Contour. Raphael report dead. Oh, Raphael chết, yeah. Gazette. Làm việc cùng với cô Tash đã phải nghỉ việc. Power. Saloon Night Outpost đã bị phá. Phải được bảo vệ bởi đêm alien. Really?
Oh, hello.
Bây giờ mời boss à?
You've got some suggestions about the music choice.
Ông là ai?
You have no idea who I am, do you? I thought Withers might have set the stage a little.
Sao ông biết Wizard?
I owe him a favor, one he is eternally invoking. I thought honoring the worthy was a fair price to pay for Withers to pull me out of the fugue plane. Alas, one purgatory to another.
Ông làm gì ở Fugue Plane cơ?
Languishing in obscurity. Cyric knew what he was doing when he punished me for that song, the prick. Before I was banished to the fugue plane, I had song prayers coming out the proverbial ears. Guess how many I get now?
Ok, từ từ là ông là ai? Tôi không quan tâm lắm.
I'm washed up, I'm afraid.
Well, ok.
Suppose I'll get back to it then.
Cứ chơi nhạc đi vậy. Đúng. Oh. Nhà ai đây? À, quan tài, Wizard à? Wizard.
Thou feelst it still. She is not here. She who was the boldest. Hast thy thoughts been with brave Karlach often?
Ông không thể mang cô ấy lại à?
She would not come.
Right. Thật thì tôi không thể nghĩ về cô ấy.
To leave thy burden unspoken is to leave thyself burdened. In the fugue plane, her soul burns so bright it pains the gods to look upon. Recall that in time all changes and all is rejoined. Thou shalt be with her again.
Ta đã bắt chuyện với tất cả mọi người. Giờ sao? Ông có kế hoạch gì tiếp không?
Prick up thy ears and listen. The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over for now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you set,
Gotcha! Tưởng sao rồi à?
the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready. For thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving.
Đến tất cả những người bạn tuyệt vời nhất mà tôi có thể mơ đến.
To you.
Thật tuyệt khi có thể quay lại câu chuyện này sau khoảng tháng rưỡi. Mình sẽ còn ghi hình tiếp, quay lại xem nếu mà có lựa chọn để Karlach sống thì cảnh này sẽ như thế nào. Because I just want to know. Damn it. Không, Karlach xuống địa ngục nào. Chọn đi Karlach.
I thought I knew. I thought I knew. But you... All right. But we have to go. Now. I can't hang on much longer. Well, soldier, here we are. It worked.
Chắc là qua chỗ cái Devil's Fee.
Engines calmed down. I shouldn't have let you come here. This isn't going to be easy, you know. Zariel's going to come at us with everything she's got. Gods, like clockwork. They'll be on us soon, but there's just enough time. Thought I was done with these. But then, there was you. Imps are fast, but careless. Don't let them tire you out, just get rid of them. And don't forget, you asked for this.
I did.
Let these fuckers know I'm back. And this time, I'm not alone.
Invitation came, you were hip deep in Lemur's slime, swarmed by hell wasps, and about to drive the killing blow on a magma claw. Cutting through the dreadful buzz of the wasps and the screams of the damned, a familiar, comforting voice echoed in your mind. Withers, he requested your attendance in Faerun to gather with your friends and allies, those who stood against the Absolute at your side. A reprieve from the blood war. A few hours of respite with the stars above and good company to cheer you. Karlach's heart can take the strain of leaving Avernus for a few short hours, but it might burst with joy to see those friends again.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
Right, Karlach.
Two steps.
Now, Dale.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. He wasn't kidding. Where is your mad bastard? You brought us back! Commander Zula won't know where the fuck we went! Oh, man, I can't wait to say hi to everyone. Look at them, the beauts. Rest up, soldier. My tin can will be all right for the night. And you and me will get to sleep with both eyes shut for the first time in 6 months.
Looking forward to that. First, a bit of fun, like drinking these wine. Sally, come on.
Here, here. Enjoy it, soldier. You've earned it.
How about a hat?
You don't need to ask, soldier.
That's a rather awkward hug.
Oh, hey. Before you go, I've been thinking about those blueprints we found. Zariel's probably got a load of Cambions guarding that forge. I'm sure she knows I'll want in. She'll do anything to stop me from fixing this thing. I might have an in with one of the guards, though. You may remember my old friend Flo. Not sure she'll help us, but maybe.
Bây giờ cái Inferno Engine nó
We
tỏa
might
xanh.
get to come home permanently. Maybe even sooner than we think.
Whoa, whoa, hold up. Okay. Okay. Okay.
It's so good to be back, isn't it? Oh, it smells like
Bây giờ lại đỏ rồi.
like home.
I'm joking. Of course I want to know. Tell me all.
Carving our way chặt chém qua Avernus với Karlach.
I'm glad you two have each other. Hells, I'd be almost tempted to come along if you'd have me. Perhaps if your adventures ever lead you out of Avernus permanently.
And look at you, straight from the hells, still reeking of brimstone. I take it you've been having fun.
For all your travels, I hope you have arrived where you want to be. Home. Whatever that means to you.
In wild Avernus, Karlach and I.
Karlach is lucky to have you. And know that you are not forgotten. If your friends don't drag you from the hells, it will only be because you freed yourself first.
This one night is like any other, and yet different. Thou art the savior of Baldur's Gate, until such time it requires saving again. How dost thou feel?
Đó là những gì mà lưỡi kiếm tiền tuyến đã thề để làm.
Thou givest thyself so little credit. The duty borne by you was great. You could have well shirked. Thou gavest what it was possible to give. The realm continues for your sacrifices. Enjoy the revelry of the day. Thou deservest at least that much.
Giờ sao?
Indeed. Prick up thy ears and listen. It is over.
For now. More adventures to come. Thêm nhiều cuộc phiêu lưu nữa.
To you.
Nghĩ cái đấy intended là wizard nhìn vào camera, nhìn vào người chơi. Ok. Và như vậy là tất cả epilogue của câu chuyện Baldur's Gate 3 theo chân anh hùng nhân dân Wyll. Đúng như nhà sản xuất Larian đã định, chúng ta có thể gấp lại quyển sách về cuộc phiêu lưu này rồi. Nó cùng nâng cấp cho những cuộc phiêu lưu sắp tới, dù là cuộc phiêu lưu ở trong thế giới của Baldur's Gate 3 hay là những cuộc phiêu lưu mà chúng ta cùng kể với những người bạn của mình khi chơi D&D, khi chơi các game nhập vai khác. Two more adventures